That day of the week has arrived. Well, it's not New Comic Book Day, guys, but it's the season finale of Daredevil Born Again. It's episode 9, Straight to Hell. Before we go any forward, spoilers are ahead. You've been warned. Oh my god, this is probably the best episode of the season. Hands down. So much shit went down. Start to finish, just a fucking roller coaster. We start off with a bang as it's a flashback with Vanessa Fisk visiting a pretty drugged up Poindexter in prison asylum, and pretty much offers him freedom as long as he does one favor for her. What's that favor? Fast forward, Foggy, and that's why he was killed. She promised to free him, right? And she does, and that's where we hit. We then, after the credits roll, we get to the hospital where Matt is recovering from taking that stupid ass shot from Kingpin, and he's got Heather along with Chris in there, and they're arguing about this and that. We have a really intense moment where Heather basically turns her back on Matt, says she wants no part of him trying to find justice for Foggy, and dips out, which sucks. But we have them on the right trail regarding Foggy's murder. Kingpin, on the flip side, is going full blast as well. He's going on the offensive. He's declaring war on all vigilantes and releasing his task force on the streets. He also asked Buck to go kill Matt, but you can't do that because Matt knows what's up, and dips out before Buck can get to him while he's in the hospital. Heads back to his apartment, and who does he run into? Fucking Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, is there waiting for him. He says he got a phone call, which is a secret at this point, to come save him. They get some banner. They have their moments there. No coffee. Absolutely no coffee, which sucks. Before they are ransacked by the Vigilante Task Force, which includes Cole North, who is exposed as Hector Ayala, the White Tiger's killer. They fucking rain hell on this task force. They beat the living shit. Frank is murdering motherfuckers left and right. Bop, 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 bop. Daredevil, wounded, is still whooping ass with his fucking billy clubs, trying to keep the murder rate down, but that's not going to stop Frank. Frank even goes to a point where he's like, where after Matt's discovered that Cole killed Hector, Frank tells him to exact vengeance and justice and kill him. He won't do it, so he kills somebody on the side instead. Boom, it's that easy. But as that's happening, Grenade comes in and takes care of Cole for us, at least he should, because that dude was pinned on the wall. How, if he survives, it's impossible, because the whole floor is cleared. They end up landing on the roof of a car. Car pulls up, and guess who it is? Fucking Karen Page. Oh, she was a secret phone call. She's the one that hooked up Punisher with Matt. They make their way to his lair, which we get really cool moment as they've kind of put the pieces together regarding Foggy's old case and what that entailed. Frank says, nah, I'm good. You guys got it on your own. I did what I need to do. Dip out. But him and Karen have a moment. If you know, they had really strong tension throughout the Punisher series. Like, they had a thing going on. We've got a little love triangle going on here, guys. Matt even calls it out and says, hey, so you talk to Frank a lot, huh? And I noticed your heartbeats were a little different. When she calls him out, I'm like, yeah, well, how's my heartbeat whenever I saw you? And their little flirtation came back. So we got a little love triangle. That's going to be interesting. We got a telenovela happening right here, boy. But we then end up, So what we find out on the case is that the Red Hook project we've been hearing about nonstop is essentially a free port. It's exempt from city and federal jurisdiction. They're able to launder money legally through that. And now with Fisk's plans to build these buildings, etc., they can take those millions into billions. Kingpin's been strategizing this shit from day fucking one. That's why he ran for mayor. That's why. He never stopped being the Kingpin. He's been the Kingpin since day fucking one. Now, while this is happening, we also find out that Gallo's been snitched on by, Jesus, what Christ was his name? Sheila. Sheila sells him out and pretty much tells the Kingpin that he's setting him up to take him down. They fucking kidnap Gallo. They get him in a room with a bunch of cops, and Fisk goes full on Kingpin, crushes this motherfucker's head in the most violent and gory way. The most violent, the most explicit visual that we've ever seen in any MCU show, including the old Netflix series. Like, it was fucking bonkers. Gross. Fucking gross. And then the task force is like, oh shit, I didn't fuck with him. Then, as Matt and Karen are heading to Red Hook, Punisher's already going to beat him there. Punisher's already there, and he's there to take on all these fake ass motherfuckers wearing his skull. In a really cool scene, he fucking just goes through, I don't know how many of these dudes, kills them before they finally take him down. And when he awakens, Officer Powell has him there and tells him how much they admire him. They kept him alive because they want him to join their whole situation. Sorry about that light back there. See if I can cover it up with my head. And the Punisher drops a fucking speech on a man, straight out of the comics and straight out of the news. As we know, a lot of the police were utilizing his skull in real life to exact their revenge, which speaks on to the task force, right? Not revenge, but just explicit abuse of power. And even in the comics, they had Frank address that. That's not Frank's way. Frank's isn't a fucking hero. He's a vigilante. He's there to kill motherfuckers. You guys are embarrassing the Shield by wearing that skull. That's not who you are and who you're supposed to be about. But not his exact words on the show. On the show, he goes, "You admire me, huh? You're out of your fucking minds. You know that? You're a bunch of clowns. You know that? You fucking clowns admire me?" Just goes apeshit and tells them to basically go fuck themselves. Matt and Karen arrive and see that they're outnumbered and that that's not the smart move. They're going to die. So what are they going to do? They're going to build an army instead. And we end up back at Josie's, right? And here I was actually a little bummed out because I was hoping we were going to get some defenders. We've been teased about some defenders. I really was hoping Jessica Jones, Luke, Danny would be in there, but it's just a bunch of city folks. Also, what's missing and what sucks is the Sony relationship. Spidey should have been all over this because he's definitely a New York vigilante, but please, Marvel, work that shit out. So yeah, they dip out and say, you know, again, they're going to build their army. And Matt gives this really cool speech while we've got forgot the name of the song by Radiohead. Everything's in its place. That's what it is. Great song. He's giving the speech about how they're going to take back the streets and kind of a nod back to his Catholicism. Frank has now been captured. Kingpin's holding him along with all our socialites, including swordsman Jacques, in that basement where he had Adam. They're walking through, him and Vanessa strolling, having their fucking fabulous meal, and they've won. They actually won this season. We also get a glimpse of Bullseye going back home, and he starts arranging some blue painting, which gives us our visual of the blue. He's set in motion for season 2. But yeah, you know, Kingpin won. He has Heather on his squad now. Now, whether she's there as a plant is what I'd hope for, but I don't think that's the case. I just feel like she's completely on swing with the no vigilantes. We got the task force just, again, they've got martial law. They've got all the capabilities to do whatever the fuck they want, which is honestly very mirrors what we've got going on right now in our own politics, which sucks. So a lot of seeds were set up for season 2, which is going to start off with a bang, which leads us to our post-credit scene. You know Frank can't be held. He takes that shit of them fucking coddling his nutsack, lures one of the cops that's watching over him, breaks his fucking arm, and that's going to be our segue into what I think is going to be the Punisher special presentation that has been confirmed to be happening. Overall, great season, great integration of Daredevil with the MCU. I feel the vibes were there, the tone were there. Could it be worked on a little bit more and more refined? Yes, but it's a step in the right fucking direction. I was pleasantly pleased with this whole season. I just want some more. The action, the fucking action. That fucking apartment scene alone was just, god damn. Frank, John Bernthal's a great Frank. The only thing that I don't like is every fucking minute. That just doesn't feel Frankish to me. Like, yeah, the violence there, but the roar just throws me off. But yeah, I'm gonna go digress on something else. Let me know what you think down below this season finale. Of course, don't forget to hit the like, the follow, the shares, and until the next alert, my nerds, appreciate you.